Buongiorno ragazzi, today we're going to carry on reading Come una notte a Bali di Gianluca Gotto. If you're new to this channel, what I do on this series is I read a page of Italian every day, and as I'm reading through I kind of explain what I understand whilst highlighting words I don't understand, and at the end of the video I come back with those words translated so we can get a better picture of what's going on. Just tie my hair up. Okay. So today we're going to finish the 4th chapter because we've got about a page and a bit. And yeah, so our main character, Luca Ravelli, is opening up or telling us that he's about to open up to his dad because we know that he's in quite a dark place at the moment. And so we're just carrying on with the conversation that Luca is having with his dad. Non ti seguo e non li ho mai sopportati questi discorsi. Lavora duro, sii furbo nel gestire I soldi e non avrai mai alcun problema. E poi, secondo me, la felicità non esiste nemmeno, è un'invenzione. La vita è tanta sofferenza, ricordatelo. Lo ringraziai, lo salutai e me ne andai. Non ti seguo. I think the dad is speaking now. Yeah, he's saying, I don't follow you. And je ne l'ai jamais supporté. I've never been able to deal with this discourse, with this argument. I worked hard, lavora. You worked hard. Sii furbo nel gestire I soldi. E non avrai mai alcun problema. I'm not really sure. And then I congratulated myself. Non esiste nemmeno. La felicità non esiste nemmeno. Happiness doesn't exist either. La vita è tanta sofferenza. Life is full of suffering. Ricordatelo. Remember that. Remember it. Lo ringraziai, lo salutai e me ne andai. Oh, je l'ai remercié. So I think Luca thanked his dad, said bye to his dad, lo salutai, je l'ai salué, e me ne andai, and then I left. Qualche giorno dopo mi si presentò l'occasione di parlarne anche con mia madre, che vidi per pranzo. So after a few days after, I presented myself, the occasion presented itself to talk with his mom also, who he saw per pranzo, I think, for lunch. Magra come un grissino, con I capelli tenuti corti, aveva sempre avuto un'espressione severa. Magra come un grissino, malgré or all the magra, I'm not sure. Come un grissino, with hair tenuti corti. Maybe he's describing his mom. She has short hair. She had always had a severe expression. Mi ricordo che quando mio padre non c'era, lei invitava le sue amiche a prendere il tè ogni pomeriggio, dal lunedì al venerdì. A loro raccontava con orgoglio, che da grande io sarei diventato un medico o un avvocato o un bravissimo bancario. So he's saying he remembers that when his dad non c'era, lei invitava, would not invite her friends, would invite her friends to come and drink tea every afternoon from Monday to Friday. To them, she would count with pride, because I think there's a similar word in Spanish, que da grande, he would become a great doctor or a lawyer or a brilliant banker. Quando mi proposero il lavoro in banca, esulto come se avessi vinto alla lotteria. Non avevo mai avuto il coraggio di dirle che in realtà non sapevo nemmeno cosa facesse esattamente un bancario. So when they offered him the job at the bank, esulto come se avessi vinto. Maybe she reacted, or it was like he had won the lottery. He didn't have the courage to tell her that in reality he had no idea what bankers did. Because we know that he's not really a banker. He's like a customer service guy, I guess, for the bank. Secondo te cosa vuol dire avere una vita felice? Le chiesi di punto in bianco mentre aspettavamo che si portassero da mangiare. So he's asking his mom, what does it mean to you to have a happy life? I think secondo must just mean secondly. Di punto in bianco mentre as we aspettavamo che si portassero da mangiare. That she would bring the food. Fece un'espressione strabiliata, quasi sconvolta. La bocca serrata da labbra sottili, gli occhi leggermente più grandi del solito e la pelle del viso arrossata. So she had an expression, strabiliata, I don't know what it is. She had an expression, strabiliata, almost sconvolta. La bocca serrata, da labbra sottili, gli occhi leggermente più grandi del solito, the eyes, her eyes were bigger than usual, and her skin e la pelle del viso arrossata. Elle a rougi, did she blush? Perché mi fai questa domanda? Mi chiese allarmata. So the mom is like, why are you asking me this question? A bit alarmed, like she probably has to answer in front of her husband who wasn't very present. Anyway, yeah, she's like, why are you asking me the question? Ma niente, stavo riflettendo. Riflettendo su cosa? Così, sulla felicità, credo. È successo qualcosa con Sara? Ma no, ma no, che c'entra? Allora, è il lavoro, non ne parli mai. Ci sono problemi in banca? Ho sentito qualcosa al telegiornale. Ma no, mamma, non ho niente. Lo vuoi capire? Iniziavo a scaldarmi. Non ero abituata a sentirmi alzare la voce. Nessuno lo era, nemmeno io. Scusa, non volevo. Era semplicemente una domanda. Non farne un dramma, ok? Ok. Mangiamo e dopo un po' ripresi il discorso. So he asked her, what do you think makes a happy life? Qu'est-ce qui rend la vie plein de joie, I guess. And she's like, why are you asking me this? And he's like, no, nothing. I was just thinking. I was just reflecting. Thinking about what? She asks. And he's like, just like that, about happiness, I think. And he's like, did something happen with Sarah, his girlfriend? And he said, but no, che c'entra? I don't know what this means. And then she says, well then, at work, you never talk about work. Are there problems at the bank? I heard some things on the news. And then he said, mais non, maman. But no, mom, there is nothing, non ho niente. Lo vuoi capire? Do you understand? Do you want to understand? Iniziavo a scaldarmi. I think he's saying he started to become angry. Or he's saying, non era abituata. She was not used to hearing me raise my voice. Alzare la voce. Nobody was. Neither was I. And then he's like, sorry, I didn't want to. It was just a question. Let's not do a drama, let's not do a scandal, okay? And she's like, okay. And then they ate, and a little bit after, the conversation picked back up. So we can imagine there was probably an awkward silence because they basically had a mini argument. Sai cosa mi ha detto papà quando gliene ho parlato? Sgrano gli occhi. So he's asking his mom, do you know what dad told me when I asked him, or when I spoke to him, quando gliene. sgranno gli occhi, maybe she rolled her eyes. Mi ha detto che per lui la felicità è poter comprare l'auto senza doverla pagare a rate. Si schiolse un po' o si sciolse? No, si schiolse un po'. I'm going to highlight that. I don't even know what it means, so that's good. I'm going to highlight it for pronunciation as well. Scosse la testa e poi disse, il solito, crede che i soldi possano comprare qualsiasi cosa. Dovrebbe aver capito che non è così. Rimase in silenzio per un istante. Però, se hai dei problemi sul lavoro, devi dirmelo. Se perdi il lavoro è un dramma di questi tempi. Tienitelo ben stretto. Non fare stupidaggini. D'accordo? Le dissi di sì. Misi in mostra quel che restava del mio sorriso preimpostato da va tutto bene. Pagai il conto, la salutai e tornai in ufficio. So, his mom's like the usual. He thinks that money and being able to buy everything, or having money and being able to buy things, is all that there is. He should have understood that that's not the case. Then they remained in silence for a bit, and then Luca is like, oh no, his mom is like, but, however, if you have problems at work, you have to tell me. If you lose your work, that's a drama, that's something big at this time, di questi tempi. Yeah. Tienitelo, I don't know, ben stretto. Yeah, we're gonna highlight that whole thing. Non fare stupidaggini. Something about being stupid. D'accordo? Do you agree? He said yes. Misi in mostra quel che restava del... So he showed her the last little bits of his smile that were left. Preimpostato. The smile meant va tutto bene. Like, yeah, I understood. He paid the bill. They were probably eating out. He greeted her bye and returned to the office. Okay, let me go and get the translations of the words and I'll be back. Okay, I've got the translations here, so we're going to go through them. Si furbo nel gestire I soldi. Be smart about managing money. Lo ringraziai, I thanked him. Magra is thin. Magra, come un grissino. So he's describing his mom as thin as a breadstick. I should have known un grissino is a breadstick because I used to work in an Italian restaurant, and on the kids' menus, they always had little breadsticks. Yeah, it was grissini on the menu because obviously we wouldn't give the kids one breadstick, un grissino, but I didn't make that connection. Anyway, now I know. Non c'era lei invitava. So he's counting that when his dad wasn't there, she would invite her friends over for tea, literally every afternoon from Monday to Friday. Orgoglio, I think that's how you pronounce it, is pride. I think the Spanish word is like orgullos, but I thought that was happy. Anyway, orgoglio is pride. Esulto, rejoiced. So she rejoiced about him getting a job and stuff like that. So he never had the courage to tell her that he's really just a customer service guy. Secondo, second, yeah. Portassero da mangiare, they brought food. Strabiliata, amazed. She did like an amazed expression. Feci un'espressione strabiliata is amazed expression. Quasi sconvolta, almost upset by the question. So the question, for context, remember, was that he asked her what makes life happy. Yeah, what can bring us happiness in life. Anyway, labbra sottili, thin lips, del viso arrossata, yeah, so red. I think she blushed. Che c'entra? I kind of guessed that it would be this, but it is. What does that have to do with anything? Ma no, che c'entra? Lo vuoi capire? Do you want to understand it? Iniziavo a scaldarmi. Here the literal translation is I was starting to get warm. But that doesn't really make sense. So I think it means that he was starting to get angry. He was starting to get upset. And you know when you're upset, you get warm. Quando viene, when he has it. Sai cosa mi ha detto papà quando gliene ho parlato? When I had spoken to him? I don't know if it's her that opened her eyes up, like to be more attentive, or if it was him.
Si sciolse.
Si sciolse. Si sciolse. Si sciolse un po'. Di questi tempi, nowadays, tienitelo ben stretto. Keep it tight. Yeah, keep it tight. Non fare. Don't do nonsense. Okay? Preimpostato. Preset. He said yes, and he showed her a smile that was like, va tutto bene. Okay, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. As usual, all these words and their translations will be left under the video in the description box. If you have any questions, you can comment them down or DM me on Instagram. Also, if you want to purchase the book to read along with me, or just read it for yourself, read ahead because maybe I'm going too slow for you guys, there's a link in my description as well, so you can get the book for yourself. But yeah, I hope to see you guys in my next video.